And I said to him, he said, well, I don't know. I said, let me talk to him. I said, you know, you can get hit with a inheritance tax. I said, and I don't know why God, I was looking about researching houses, and I heard about the inheritance tax. You know, the inheritance tax kicked in right now, and they, you know, the taxes, they take half of the house, of the price of the house. I say, if you sell it to me before the inheritance tax, you'll make more money. You might lose the 90, but you're going to make the 60. But if you wait after then, you ain't going to make about 40. He said, you got that right. I said, you sell it to me, I said, I got my money in hand. You wait for them to get broke. They don't know. I say, and it was, guess what? It was December the 28th, and I settled on the house. Don't tell me what God, if you go another place. And I don't know why God told me to tell you this story. But don't burn down everything, because God's going to bless you anyway. And this is the miracle God can do for folk that believe in him. If it's yours, God going to give it to you. Why you think we're here? From that miracle, I got this miracle. You don't have to burn down everything. Just go to another. And Jesus said, you ain't got to worry about them. I want to go to Jerusalem anyway. Just come on, let's go to the next village. Sometimes you ain't got to put up with people mess. Just go another place. You got to deal with some things. Find out where you're going to go. Let God lead you. I found out God won't bless you until you walk towards where you want to go. God will put a blessing right here. I tell folk, if you're asking God for something over here, God will place it over here. He'll place it in time and chance. Moses, he wouldn't have blessed Moses if Moses didn't know that burning bush. You saying, God, I need something, God, I need something, God, I need something. That's how God operates. Some people don't know how God operates. You're praying over here, but God already has set your blessing 2 weeks away. But until you walk over here, he going to make things happen so it go wrong, go right, go wrong. All things work together. Bad things happen. You get set back. But see, if it takes 2 weeks for him to bless you, he going to make sure day one, he going to slow you down. He going to make sure something bad happens to you right here to slow you down, because you don't want to get here too early, because you supposed to meet somebody supposed to bless you, because they ain't going to get here to 2 weeks. And God knows how to stop you, start you, stop you, start you, so you can, boom, get your blessing. But you got to walk towards the other place, because guess what? He'll put your blessing here. So all you got to do is walk. But if you lay down, you'll never get it. And you'll go to God, and God said, God, you never blessed me. He said, yes, I did. I put it right here, but you start walking. I learned that about God. You know why I go to all this stuff and do all this stuff? Because I'm going to another place. I believe we're going to another place in dimension. I think this dimension in this building has shifted. If y'all don't see me getting ready for the harvest, you don't see me increase in the harvest, I got to get this sanctuary ready for this next generation. And I believe by the end of this year, this whole church is going to be turned upside down. And I'm getting ready for it. But I got to go to another place. And sometimes you don't have, let me use this term. You ever hear people say this term, I'm in another place? You know what? You could be in the same place but in another place at the same time. You could be around the same people, but you're in another place. Sometimes you don't have to physically go anywhere, but I ask you to go spiritually somewhere else. God might not transplant you, and you might have to deal with them same fools on your job, deal with that same crazy man, that same crazy woman, that same crazy kids. You got to deal with the same people. But God said, that's why I said, baby, I ain't going to speak like that. I'm in another place right now. And God spiritually took you to another place.
Yes.
I don't act like that more. I know I ain't gonna cuss you out like I used to. I'm in another place. I'm going to another. I ain't gonna burn it down like the disciples said. I'm not gonna burn you down. I ain't gonna talk about you. I'm in another place. I'm going somewhere else because Jesus set his face to look. All you got to do is look towards where you want to go and start walking, and God will bless you while you go. The men with leprosy, guess what? They had leprosy, but Jesus told them start walking. And as they went, they were healed. By the time he said, go, he ain't telling them I'm going to heal them. He said, go show yourself to the priest. 10 of them walking, and while they were walking, they were healed. By the time they got to the priest, they were healed. But only one came back to say thank you. Now you would think 9 of them were turned around like, oh, thank you, Jesus, for healing me of leprosy. Because leprosy, your fingers will fall off. Your organs stop working. But you got to go to another place. And then you ain't got to get out your house. I'm leaving here. I'm getting out of here. Every time you ain't got to leave everywhere. When folk get on my nerves, I wish I didn't live around here. The devil is a lie. I'm staying in my house. I'm going to another place. I know how to shut my door, not call you anymore. I'm in another place. And you know why let me say this. I found out. You know why folk get mad about and ready to burn something down when people reject them? I believe, and I had to learn, I believe because of unbelief. What do you mean, Pastor? Because you don't think you're going to get nothing else. That's why you get mad at them. Or you get mad at that thing. Watch the folk. If I can't have you, nobody else will. That means you believe you ain't gonna get nothing better. You scared to leave that job. I can't quit that job. I ain't gonna get it. You'll burn something down if you don't think you're gonna get better. But if you trust and believe in God, you'll leave that alone. You ain't worrying about the job when somebody tell you, come over here and we'll give you a $20,000 raise. Would you be crying over the job? You only going to cry over the job when they laid you off and you don't got a job to go to. You don't cry over a job you left voluntarily. You ain't going to cry over that man if you got a lot of men trying to holler at you. You ain't going to cry over that woman if you got all these women calling you. You got Jenny, Lisa, Judy calling you. You ain't worrying about if Angela don't come back. But if you ain't got none of them and just got Angela, you gonna cry over Angela. You want to burn Angela down. That dirty, she ain't no good. Yeah. And I learned not to curse folk because you know what? If I start cursing my ex and exes, that means I ain't going to get nothing else. And I believe God for my Alicia Keys. By faith. Because that's what I need. And hear this again. You know why I keep saying that? People say, well, Pastor, why are you saying it? God reacts to sound. Everything we do, it comes from sound. Jesus said, let there be light, and it was. I'm talking about faith. And I use her just for a point of reference. She cute and she can play. For a point of reference. Lord, this is what I need here. And what if God didn't put it in my spirit to ask for it? Because sometimes we don't know what we had to ask for. And you need the Holy Ghost to tell us what we need.
That's right. That's right.
And see, you don't know what God got for you. I'm asking for my money for the church. I'm asking for somebody rich to walk in here and bless. You know what? I saw a preacher today, and I was watching him, and I'm like, he was sitting in the audience, and he was sitting on the side, and I'm like, man, God blessing this church. I said, where you get this money from? Why do I see Steph Curry sitting in the back of him, the basketball star? I said, well, God, can you bring me a Steph Curry to the tithe? You don't know what God's going to bless you and who God's going to use to bless you with. You don't need 100 people, you need one group. You don't need a lot of members, you need one rich one. Sometimes
for upcoming events, announcements, information, and donation, visit us at www.gpwm.org. Find us on Facebook.
gpw.org.
Faith, fellowship, funding, transforming the community, a community outreach. If you're ever in the Baltimore and Arundel County area, please visit us at the Storehouse, 7409A, Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Also, you can reach us on the web at www.gpwm.org. Thanks again for watching.
A place where I'm missing can feel.